in the office with Representative Mike Jackson. Representative Jackson, thanks for allowing us.
Thank you very much for being here today.
And I'll tell you, everyone, constituent-wise, is invited into your office. We just had people here before we came in.
Sure, we did. We had some individuals from other countries, as well as some individuals from Enid, coming to talk to me about a few bills that are being run in this legislative session. Yes.
And as I understand, some foreign exchange students had stopped by as well. And something that's always a question for me is that I didn't understand before coming up here the actual great economic impact that foreign exchange students and people who visit our area have.
Sure. One of the things we hear a lot about down here is the economic impact. Representative Shane Jett kind of puts that forward in terms of how much impact that those foreign exchange students make to our state. And it is a great impact, but it's not only an economic impact, it's also a social impact. I've had the opportunity to be a bowling coach for Oklahoma Bible Academy. My wife teaches at OBA, and it's been an opportunity for me for the last 2 or 3 years to actually do that. This year I had a young lady, Deborah Park, who actually bowled for our team, and she is an exchange student from Korea. And she also got the chance to come down here and page. But to see the different cultures and the different things that those other cultures do and compare it to what we as Americans do is a valuable asset to myself, to others that get a chance to speak with those foreign exchange students.
Yeah, and talking about bowling, a plus 200 average bowler here. But some very important things going on just today. There's a bill that you're actually carrying, a Senate bill that has come over to the House. Let's hear a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, there's a few that hopefully that will be on the agenda today. But the first one I wanted to talk about was the dental bill, and that's Senate Bill 2051. And basically, what that does is that is saying that health plans or dental health plans cannot dictate to a dentist what they can and can't charge on procedures that they do not reimburse for.
Which means to me that if I go to a dentist, the dentist is being told how much he can charge me for a particular procedure. And with what I understand you to say, no matter what it's costing him to do.
It doesn't matter what it's costing him to do. What they're saying is that we're not going to reimburse you as a small business owner or a dentist or a doctor. We're not going to do that. We are going to basically dictate to you what you can and can't charge, but we're not going to reimburse you for that procedure.
Well,
go ahead.
That seems to be that seems to be really price fixing almost in the insurance industry.
That is price fixing, and that's what we are actually addressing today. And hopefully by the end of the day and by the end of next week, the governor will sign that into law.
Well, and you mentioned to me that that's really a fundamental problem with the medical system in the road that we're traveling today, where insurance companies, and I didn't realize Medicare or Medicaid actually set the prices. And how can that turn into a problem?
Well, it can turn into a problem because it's artificially dictating what the price is for all consumers. We don't really know what the cost is. That's not actually put into the equation. We don't know, a lot of different things, and that's kind of the idea or the thought behind, why are we going forward when we already have problems in the current healthcare system? And, right now we're hearing a lot about the Attorney General not filing a lawsuit against the federal government for the passage of the healthcare plan. And we're hearing all these things about healthcare, and we're really not addressing the issues and the problems that we have in healthcare. Most of us at the state level, we get to see it. At the federal level, they get to see it as well. There are issues and problems with the healthcare system, but I don't believe that what has been enacted at the federal government is actually the answer to our problems.
Well, and that has really been a lightning rod for many people to become involved with their government. And this is your government. Mike is your representative, and you want to hear from people. And one of the fundamental ways in which we make our voice heard is by showing up at the election booth. And there's some election legislation that you are pushing forward as well.
That's correct. Senate Bill 1910 is a bill that we've been working on for a little while now. And basically it tries to accomplish two things. First and foremost, it's cleaning up some legislation in the past that needs a little bit of updating. It also looks at when a voter is deceased, how easily they actually come off the voter registration rolls. Right now, it's not that easy. So it's trying to make that process an easier process, and it also looks at other states. Right now, there is no mechanism for Oklahoma to actually compare other voter lists, which are produced by Missouri, Kansas, Arkansas, Texas, to see if there are voters in other states that are also registered to vote here. And that's what Senate Bill 1910 is actually looking at doing.
So you're trying to make a cleaner election format.
Absolutely. And I think that is the goal of any electorate and any state government, is to try to make your process as clean as possible. And I think that Senate Bill 1910 takes a step in that right direction.
Great information. And Representative Jackson always has great information for you if you simply ask. All of us need to engage and talk with our representatives.
Sure.
Representative Jackson, thanks as always, man, for spending your time with us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.